Hi guys, welcome to Football with Brownie. Hope you're well. Hope you're keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic. Because we all need a little bit of loving as I sip my Sunday afternoon coffee. Oh, nice. Right, we got in the chat. We got Finn. Hi Brownie. Hi Finn. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, and hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Um, just, uh, just, I want to get out of my system if I'm honest with you. Maybe I am a football connoisseur. I like that word connoisseur. Or an old man. Oh, as my food is coming now. As my food is coming now. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Huh? Oh, right. So basically, as a football connoisseur, I am sick to fucking death with VAR. Absolutely sick to death with it. It's killing the game. It's killing the debates after the game. Um, and it's forcing more and more people away. Um, and it's pushing me to, it's actually pushing me to, um, it's pushed me to more local league football. That sending off yesterday for West Ham and Chelsea was an absolute disgrace. Um, that would have been through, if you think of it, one referee on the pitch, two referees, call it referees, lines people, so that's three. You had Mike Dean, who was the fourth official, so that's four, obviously. Then you had two, if not three people in the VAR office or studio. That's potentially up to seven people, seven different referees who who judged that to be a sending off by Balbuena yesterday. Football is really, really dying. It's really on its ass at the moment. So where's the protests against VAR? Where's the protest? Where's the fan protests against VAR? This is not just a select few football clubs, or it's hurting a lot of football clubs now. It's hurting every single supporter's match day experience, I suppose, by basically, your team scores, you don't know if it is a goal or not. You don't know if they will give a goal or not. You know, I've been involved and also watched, proper limbs when your team scores. Unfortunately, at the top end of the league, it's case of, oh yes, let's go, let's celebrate. No, oh, I don't know, is it offside or not? Nothing with VAR. Maybe it's not VAR. It's more of the ruling. When I grew up, if the offside was the player's body, right? Now it's gone from the player's body is not judged the offside kind of yes or no. It's the player's fingernail, elbow, ball sack, little toe. It's absolutely ridiculous. Change that fucking ruling. I'm all for offside being offside. No problem at all. But go on the player's body. A striker, an attacking player, plays off the shoulder of the last defender on many, many occasions. If that attacking player has a longer arm than the defender he's playing on the shoulder with, you could easily be called offside. Yes, the flip side of that could say, look, the striker has to give the defender a yard, say, as we always used to say, give him a yard, before. But but margins are so thin these days. There's no flexibility when using a VAR. And another thing as well, which I will go on about, is a case of it's just a case of it's I don't know how to word this, but basically it furthers the theories of corruption in the game. It furthers the theories in corruption in the game. Personally, I have no doubt there's corruption going on within the Premier League. Many years ago, you can check this out on Google. The former Premier League chief executive or president or whatever his role was, Peter Studemo, he said that it would be good for the Premier League brand worldwide if the more supported clubs were always at the top of the Premier League. Now, I'm not suggesting that anything like that happened yesterday, but it does seem to be a kind of trend that VAR does favour the more popular clubs. You only have to ask any Cardiff City fan about what really happened with VAR when Chelsea got the late winner at Cardiff City, which basically sent Cardiff down. Let's go into the chat. Finn, yeah. Randy, hi, Randy. Hope you're well. Hell yeah, you're live. And Iron, you're not watching the Carabao Cup? No, I'm not, to be honest. I'm not, to be honest. I watched the Man United Leeds game. We can have a chat about that if you want. But no. I if I'm honest with you, right? And Budgie on his or John Burge on his Facebook said, maybe it's because we come from the same generation, but it was nice watching Burnley, watching an old-fashioned kind of football team, old-fashioned mentality, no superstars, and Budgie said no Spaniard player shouting from the no Spaniard shouting from the sidelines. A bit harsh. I didn't know my Spanish accent was that bad, but I can see the point he's making, and that kind of like clarified. I don't like watching Man City play. I really don't. I don't like it. I find it boring. I find the tiki taka, like possession-based football, kind of boring now. Maybe I didn't so much with when the fans were there, because the fans and the excitement of the fans were kind of like kept me excited in the game. But certainly when there's no fans there, no lack of atmosphere, I do find that the possession-based style of football very, very boring. And Randy, I'm okay, Randy. Just for people that my pizza just arrived. That's my Sunday lunch. And Arian comes back and says, "See, I don't care about decisions taking so long. Fans not being able to celebrate a goal. I'd rather the decision be correct. They're making too many wrong decisions. That's fair enough. Hey, at least you agreeing with me 50% of the time, man. And Iron, no problem at all on that. It's all about opinion. Oh, and before I go any further, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Football with Brownie. Please tell your friends, family, cat, dog, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles, and whoever else about the channel. We are slowly going forward, but I'd much rather be a little bit quicker. So it's Football Brownie on YouTube. That's my Twitter handle. That's my Facebook page. That's gone over like 700 now, and that's Instagram. Going back into the chat, Randy said, "Oh my God, Brownie celebrating, get rid of Putin." Yeah, she's gone. She's gone. I had a couple of messages yesterday, and oh sorry, and my best friend was looking at me. He was watching my phone glow up when the messages were coming through, and his eyes. Sometimes he's one of these people. Sometimes you don't need to. He doesn't need to say anything, but his eyes. once once my phone was on the table and it glue it, it brightened up when a message come through, a notification come through, and I looked at him. He looked at me, and yeah, his eyes ensured that I didn't respond and didn't actually open the message until this morning. What type of pizza is that? It's let's see. We have black olives. We have champignons or mushrooms. We have uh, um, ah, pollo or chicken and sweet corn. I can't remember a Spanish word for sweet corn. Maybe you guys can remind me. Sweet corn. Can't remember. Anyway, Randy says, I hope Spurs beat Man Cheeky. Did you find your replacement? I did. I did. I was gutted for Randy. I was gutted. Anyone that don't know what we're talking about, check out the West Ham Chelsea stream yesterday. Basically, in this golf club, and I went to the toilet to do a man thing. And as I undone my jean shorts, the button of the jeans come off my hand, and it was a nightmare. So I had to leave the golf club while holding up my shorts. And yeah, neighbours found it amusing. Well, the one neighbour found it amusing, her husband didn't. Sounds yummy. Yeah, it is. It is. It'll be cold now after this. I can. How much would that pizza be expensive here? Um, €8. It is the golf club though. So €8 would be about £6 UK. So about $6 Aussie now, Randy. If my memory serves me right, it's basically 1-to-1 with Aussie dollars and UK pounds these days. You could stick the button back on with spare buttons in there. I may as well, just buy more. And Ivan, uh, my transfer list for the summer, Bennett. Oh, so to go, you mean? Is that what you mean, an Ivan? Bennett, Morrison, Nelson, Flint, Rose. I'm assuming you're saying it go because they're all Cardiff players. But the problem is, an Ivan, is that you know many of them are on good money and they're still contracted to Cardiff. So you'd have to find buying clubs to take the players on. So pay a transfer fee, or sorry, more than likely meet their wages. Now, with many of those Bennett, Morrison, Rose, Murphy. Well, Ojo's a lone player, so you go anyway. But you're talking 4 of them players still on Premier League contracts. I even though the club may want them to go, it's always in the hands of a player. If a player doesn't want to go because he's on such a good deal at Cardiff, he won't go. And that is where Cardiff's problems may start financially. Is that with the lack of parachute payments now coming to an end, they still would need to fill in a gap of about 25 million. Now, would say 10 to 15 million of that be filled in by selling Kiefer Moore? And would another 6 million or 8 million, whatever rumours are, of selling Volks be another one? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. Randy, God, I hate Pep Guardiola. I don't like him. Hit the likes and subscribe. Yeah, please do. I'll just go off camera for a minute because I want to heat my first. Hi. Sorry, I just needed a little bit of pizza then. And I would say, the players vote. If I was a manager, I'd put up for sale, put them on transfer list. Yeah, obviously, whether you're able to get rid of them is a whole other thing. That's absolutely correct. And I mean, unfortunately, too many modern day football fans think that playing FIFA is like a real world. Um, there's been a number of players over the years. I think Kanu was one of them. He was on such a big contract at Portsmouth when they got relegated. Um, he refused to go out of his contract. He was a massive contract, and he got relegated. And then some of the fans actually blamed Kanu for not letting his contract go as one of the reasons. He was one of many players that wouldn't allow their contracts, wouldn't get out of the contracts to save the club. I'm not saying Cardiff it would be that desperate, but there has been a legacy of players being very, very selfish. Selfish, no, in fact, that's probably the wrong word, and I take that back. But players looking after themselves, um, at the detriment of the clubs. On the flip side to that, obviously, if a club offers you so much money for so long, you accept it, and you think, you should receive it. Any work contract, I suppose, isn't it? So there's flip sides, but it's going to be very, very interesting. Another thing as well is this Man United Leeds game today. It does seem as if um, Leeds have learned how to defend now. They haven't conceded more than 2 goals in a game since February when Arsenal beat them 4-2. Man United 0-0 today. And why is it? Why is it that Dan James can turn it on for Wales, but he can't turn it on for Man United? There's always there's a theory that go on. If you play around better players, it improves your own performance. But let's be honest. Dan James plays around better players at Man United and Wales, but it doesn't. But his performance levels go down. I don't know. You know, does he feel overwhelmed when he's wearing the United shirt to a point where his performances do get damaged? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Uh, let's see. Now, I suppose you could terminate someone's contract. You could do if they broke the contract. You could do if they broke the contract for whatever reason, gross misconduct maybe. So but you could also do an Ozil type agreement. Uh, that you pay the player off, which you could, and it financially benefits the club in the long term. But would a player want to do that, especially in this COVID thing with Ozil? It was done with Ozil because he was still in a demand. Whether it may well be America or Fenerbahce, but the demand was still there. So basically, Ozil was getting paid twice then, which would be from Fenerbahce and from the payoff agreement. Could you say the same thing with the likes of Bakuna? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I think the lower down the league structure you go, the harder it would be to mutually agree to terminate a contract. What's the score with Man City Tottenham at the moment, guys? Just go off cam for a minute. So you come back with both 0-0. Okay, that's fine. Man City dominate. They will because it's possession-based football. But I don't know. Something tells me it'll be a draw and it'll go into extra time, and Man City will probably win in the end. But I think I can see Tottenham hold it out. Uh, and Randy said, been good save by Lloris. Okay. Oh, way better than Leno. Randy hates Leno. um, Also, as well, basically, some of these protests, which I'm all for, really. I remember protests in the Cardiff City once, and some of the lads uh, going to the boardroom. Both of the days, eh? But what 3, 4? No, it would have been longer than that. But when the Cardiff City chairman Vincent Tan turned Cardiff from blue to red, there was a protest march. Big protest, and there's about 3,000. Different reports between 3 and 5,000 were on that march, and this is what a championship team who on average, say about 18,000, 20,000, say, on average home gate. So it's 3 to 5,000. Now, roll back to last week or last few days. We had we had 20 Tottenham fans plus the boy band Blue outside White Hart Lane. We had early estimates were 300 Arsenal. Okay, we'll go up to 2,000. Nothing more than that. Um, the same could be said at Old Trafford and Liverpool. My point being is that these are clubs who would get average gates of 40, 50 plus thousand people every single home game. And the percentage of people who protest, wasn't even 10%. Personally, I find that quite shocking, actually. And a championship club like Cardiff, who protest because of a colour change, could draw out more people to protest than the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, so on. Is that because Cardiff fans are more passionate about their club? They find it more. They find it to be more connected to the club. Probably so, if I'm honest with you. Probably so. But it doesn't get away from the fact that the likes of the Conkeys and so on can still turn that turnout, the number turnout, uh, uh, on its arse. You say, well, okay, well, only 10% protest. That may mean 90% actually support the move. I don't know. I don't know. Right, hang on. Randy says, do you think Mourinho should be sacked? I think it's a weird one, if I'm honest with you. I've never seen a manager be sacked a couple of days before a cup final before. I was talking to Steve about that yesterday and the day before. Um, I don't think it'd be good for morale, but we'll see. We'll see. The proof is in the pudding today, Randy. If I'm honest with you, if they win, then it would be a good move. But we'll see. And I really says Conte only cares about Arsenal as a business and not as a football. All right, guys, listen, something's come up. I'm going to have to make a move. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I need to start eating this as well before it goes cold. But enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.